Thanks so much. Steve Kazanjian with Social Department. I run partnerships, but as a point of context, I was the previous CEO of Promax, and those of you who aren't in entertainment would not know the company, but it is the Entertainment Marketing Association. So what the Emmys are to the content side of the business, we were to the marketing side. And the reason I mention that is that I was able to have thousands of conversations with thousands of marketers during the 8 years that I was there. And when I started in 2014, there are basically 4 streaming platforms: Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and YouTube. And when I left in 2022, there were 2,200 streaming platforms. That is crazy over those 8 years. And the dirty little secret out of the whole thing is that, I should say, at the height of the streaming wars during COVID, one streaming platform, which will not be named, was spending upwards of $2,200 a user on CAC. That's crazy. So you have to keep someone in the system for almost 2 years to even break even. That doesn't make any sense. And if you go even further, 70% of what consumers are watching is library content, is legacy content. It's not even the new stuff. So 90% of your marketing budget is going against breaking new content and boosting hit shows, but 70% of what you're watching is library content. And to that point, there are over 500,000 library series to watch. Now, these aren't shows. These are series with episodes in it, right? And if only 1% of them are good, that's still 5,000 series that you can actually watch. It's an unbelievable number. And the challenge is, once again, no one is marketing this content. And all these series suffer from generational half-life. So if you don't actually feed them, they cease to become relevant every single generation until they become Gilligan's Island. And a lot of you guys who are young probably have no idea what that is, but I do because I'm 54. So we asked ourselves, what if? What is the minimum amount of marketing drip that you needed to give a series to actually keep it relevant and to unlock value? To put in case in point, those of you who are on your phones right now, if you go on Twitter or X and you look at Game of Thrones posts 1 tweet a month. There are 3 or 4 million viewers. That makes no sense. It's the most expensive content ever produced in the history of mankind. We should be giving it more love, right? So that's where we come in. Social Department creates volumes of social assets at scale. If you have a large library of content, we produce it very quickly, very affordably, and actually change the entire workflow efficiency. Now, I'm doing this really quickly because I don't have much time. So what we do and what we don't do. We will not win any awards. That's not what we do, right? What we do is top of funnel, spray and pray, reach and frequency, get people in the funnel, get them to know the content. Then all of you who are creative right here, you do the mid-funnel marketing, right? You do the influencer engagement, the calendar, the sponsorship, the branded content. We just do that top level. We have 3 LLMs that are nested in on each other. The first one is a content, and we watch your content. You upload your 1,000 hours of content. We watch it. We know the people. We know the relationships, know the intent, know if you have a Coca-Cola logo on your shirt. Then the second layer is a demographics intelligence and audience insight, trained on billions of data points to understand as you target a specific demo to that show, we know everything about it, and we make sure that we find the right clips based on that demo. And then the core of this is a creative strategist that's been trained for the last 3 years on some of the most brilliant campaigns out there to make sure that we can present a strategy that works. And before I jump into the demo, a little bit about it for anyone who does work in entertainment. Greg, you probably know these numbers. I'll call you out. These are real numbers. If you work in a network or a studio, your hard costs are probably $600 per social asset, right? If you're going to an agency, $1,300, we do it for $10. Like, it is a game changer. And once again, these are not winning awards. These are not taking any jobs away from anyone. It's really meant to service that content that isn't being serviced, that extends lifetime value of customers on platform. So let's get into a demo. Perfect. All right, cool. Nice. Okay, so here we are real quickly. So I kind of pre-populated this because obviously I didn't know how the Wi-Fi was going to work. So we get to the main page, you upload all your content. Once again, I'm gonna use CSI as an example, CSI Miami, so you can upload thousands of hours of content, right? No one should be watching thousands of hours of CSI Miami to find that car explosion. That is a poor use of your time, right? So at this point, I select CSI Miami here, and then I start asking just like real basic information. Now, I should say, if you worked at a network and you did this strategy component, this would be 3 weeks worth of work that we're gonna compress in under 5 minutes right now and actually produce assets, okay? So let's just say I can do a broadcast or streaming. I'm gonna say the stream platform is Hulu. I can put a deep link in there, so when it actually posts, it will click right to that link if I want to. And I'm gonna put a launch time, and I'm gonna basically, what are my goals of this campaign, and what are my KPIs? So my goals for this one, I'm gonna say I'm gonna wanna attract a new audience to legacy IP, and I want to increase engagement, let's just say, okay? So I start generating this new campaign. Now, if you have a strategy, you can upload it and it will read that. If you don't have a strategy, let's build one. So what do we want to do? So first, all genders, we're going to hit women. We're going to say all ethnicities, and we're going to say I'm looking for a younger demo that I'm going to track to this CSI Miami. And they're fans of the show talent, they're fans of drama, and they're fans of live action. Got it? That's the most amount of work that we're going to ask you to do here. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to generate a marketing strength. So now the AI comes back and gives you 3 options of a marketing strength. Once again, it's going back and it's already watched all the content, and now it's looking at the demo that I'm targeting, and it's trying to find these commonalities here to start this journey with us. Gripping forensic drama with Miami flair, empowering female-led ensemble, iconic sunglasses and one-liners. I mean, come on, this is amazing, right? So I'm gonna pick the third one because I think it's great. And then from there, I'm gonna develop an insight. So based on that marketing strength that the AI is pulling out, I'm gonna generate an insight that's gonna help me define the next step, which is the target persona. So I'm gonna generate an insight. Once again, this is contingent on what I decided at the previous level. 3 specific outputs it's giving me. Young adult women in this demo are drawn to charismatic characters with memorable traits. They appreciate the blend of intense crime-solving drama and lighter moments. Women in this age group are often seeking entertainment balances drama with moments of levity. Young women in this demo are increasingly drawn to content that empowers and represents strong female characters. I'm gonna go with that one. Great. And at this point, once again, you can go back and edit every single level. You're gonna spend more time than I am in the next 3 minutes. I'm gonna do to produce this asset. And I'm gonna generate a persona. And the empowered investigator, the stylish crime solver, or the aspiring forensic expert. Ooh, I like this aspiring forensic expert. This young woman is fascinated in the scientific aspects of CSI Miami. She's pursuing a STEM degree and seeks to show gateway to understand. Perfect, let's love it, let's do it, print it, on to the next. So now I'm generating a positioning statement. So once again, I'm taking you through these breadcrumbs from marketing strength to audience insight, target persona, and finally a positioning statement. Dive into the science of crime with CSI Miami, unleashing the sleuth in you, or the final one that's coming out right now, unleash the power of forensics with CSI Miami. The positioning statement, embark on an adrenaline-pumping journey through the gritty and glamorous streets of Miami with CSI on demo, that's our network. And then it gives you an explanation, because a lot of people who are doing this are gonna be manager level, so we wanna make sure that it's just not spitting out craziness, that actually has a reason and rationale why this actually works. So I'm gonna prove this positioning. Now at this point, I'm gonna actually start deciding what my platform allocation is gonna be. And the reason I'm doing that is gonna help me determine what kind of social assets I need to build. So obviously, am I building 16 by 9, 9 by 16, 1 by 1 or similar? And at this point, because they're younger, I wanna over-index for TikTok and Instagram, where obviously Facebook and Twitter are X. Our CTO hates the name X, so he's still going with Twitter. It's a bone of contention. I'm gonna approve this allocation. And at this point, it brings up, oops, wrong thing. I'm gonna jump to the next one, because I knew it was gonna do that. So it's gonna bring up brand demo. I can do this one. It's gonna bring up it's 43 clips, or 60 seconds long, of the entire season. I'm gonna now ask the AI to select the 5 clips that it thinks most resonate. So it goes back to the content, watches the content in context to those shots, and will pull out those 5 clips, which is pretty amazing, right? Once again, no one needs to be watching 1,000 hours of CSI. So once again, I have these 5 clips. I'm gonna generate, if I wanna play it back, I can play it back right now.
Stay put.
Great. Sorry, that was loud. I can generate a meme out of it, right out of here. When you try to flex the jewelry store but end up catching these hands instead of diamonds. Dun, dun, dun. And then, because I have 30 seconds left, then you go into the video editor and it loads the clip in the video editor. You have title safes, you can cut it, you can lay it, I can put in overlays of what the safe zones for TikTok's gonna be. I can bring in elements like the CSI Miami Eye, and I can lay it out, blah, blah, blah. I can put it up here. I can then output it, and then I have a library, and in the library, I can generate post copy, I can do quizzes, I can do polls, I can post out, and then it flights around to Sprout Social, and then you're done, and we did that in 10 minutes, which normally would take 3 weeks. Thank you very much.